So comfort food doesn't need to take so many hours cooking. All you need is around an hour to cook this delicious beef stew. Some white rice, which is very aromatic, flavorful, and just stands out perfect. And this is the perfect recipe to try out because, yeah, everything is so good. There are so many different recipes on how to cook beef, and it depends on the spices that you're going to be using and the ingredients also. So in this recipe, you'll need some meat. We have some fresh ingredients like onions, tomatoes, chili. We have green capsicum, carrots, green beans, garlic. I had some leftover corn. We have a few spices together with coriander. And to get the full recipe, you're going to check in the description box down below. So I'm going to start off by making my main dish, which is my delicious beef stew. So I'm going to place a pan over medium flame and add in 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. Now, when it comes to meat, you can cut it into big chunks or thinly sliced. For me, I always go for thinly sliced, especially when I'm in a hurry because it cooks super fast and you don't waste your gas. Yeah. So now I'm going to start up by building up flavor for my beef stew by adding in my onions, which I'm going to saute for around a minute or until they get a perfect color. And slowly cooking your onions is going to add in a nice sweetness to the stew, and also it's going to caramelize the onions, making them so delicious. You can add in a pinch of salt, which is going to release water from the onions, hence they're going to soften up very fast. So you're going to stir in the salt and let the onions slowly cook. If you have some extra veggies like zucchini, broccoli, cauliflower, you can throw into the recipe as well, because the veggies are just sitting in your fridge going bad. So this is a perfect customizable recipe. After a minute, you'll notice that the onions are getting that perfect golden brown color. So you're going to add in 4 cloves of garlic, which are minced. Saute for around 30 seconds. And when the garlic is ready, you'll notice that your kitchen is smelling absolutely so good. So now I'm going to add in my meat, which is bone in. Add a splash of water. Then you're going to add in your wet and dry fry spices. Add in some more spices, that is garlic powder, onion powder, garam masala, and some cinnamon. Stir in the spices and adding in the touch of cinnamon. Let me tell you, it's going to add in a very nice warm taste to your beef stew, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Just a touch, don't add in too much. So now I'm going to cover my pot and let the meat simmer over medium-low flame for around 5 to 6 minutes or until it's tender. You can add in a splash of more water if you notice that your pot is drying out. We are going to be making some side dish, which is a simple white rice recipe. So I'll grab a pot. And over medium flame, I'm going to add in some cooking oil, about 2 tablespoons. This is a recipe for around 2 to 3 people, so you can double, triple the ingredients to make some more for your family. And we're going to be using some whole spices for the rice. We have 2 cardamon pods, 4 black peppercorns. We have half a teaspoon of cumin powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of fennel seeds. You're going to toast your spices for around 30 seconds or until you catch a crackling sound from the cumin and fennel seeds. I forgot to mention that I had already soaked 1 cup of long grain basmati rice, which always turns out perfect. So if you have not done so, please do so before you start cooking your rice. So soaking the rice is going to make the rice turn out super good or have a nice outcome. I'm going to check on my whole seeds so that they don't burn. So I'm going to drain water from the rice, then add into the pot. Once the spices are very aromatic, you're going to add in your rice. Toast your rice for around a minute, and this is going to add in a nice smoky flavor to the rice. And also be very careful while toasting the whole seeds because they can pop into your eyes, and we don't want that. So use a spatula, stir in the rice for around 30 seconds to a minute. And because we're cooking 1 cup of rice, I'm going to be adding in 2 cups of water. When your rice is ready, you're going to add in salt. Stir in the water, cook your rice for around 4 to 5 minutes, and the water is going to reduce and evaporate. So I'll be showing you the next step. I'm going to check on my nyama or beef. Stir in, and you can cut the very nice wet and dry fry spices, which makes the meat or your kitchen smell so good. We have a kick of spiciness. So now I'm going to be adding in 1 beef stock cube, which is going to add in more beef flavor to the recipe, and also it's going to add a little bit of saltiness and all the good stuff. Add in a little bit of salt and let the meat slowly continue cooking for some few more minutes. At this point, I'm going to check on my meat. It's almost done. So now I'm going to be blending up my tomatoes, and for the recipe, I'm going to be using 4. So I'm going to throw in the tomatoes, add in a green chili as well, together with the seeds. My kids are used to eating spicy food, so it's not a big deal, but it's quite optional for you. Blend until smooth. Tomatoes ready. Back to my beef. Oh, gorgeous. I wish you were here right now because the kitchen is smelling so good. Wow. Back to my rice after the water has evaporated. I'm going to be showing you a very easy way that you can steam your green beans. So I've reduced the flames to low. I'm going to place my clean green beans on top. And remember, we have already reduced the flame so the kitchen towel can't burn. So you're going to simmer your rice for 5 minutes until it's fully cooked. And the green beans are also going to steam in the process. Back to my beef stew. This is how it's looking. It's super tender, looking very glossy. So we are going to add in our pureed tomatoes. Add a splash of water to your blender. Get all the tomatoes in the pot, stir in, add in 1 teaspoon of tomato paste, stir in everything and cook for around 1 to 2 minutes or until the tomatoes are fully cooked. When you notice oil separating from your tomatoes, they're ready. So now you're going to add in your carrots, corn, stir in, Cover and simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. 5 minutes in, my rice is ready, so I'm going to put out the flames, and I'll not uncover because I want the rice to remain warm while my beef stew is cooking. After cooking your corn, as you can see, it has a nice vibrant yellow color. At this point, I'm going to add in a splash of water because the stew is for enjoying with rice, so you need a little bit of sauce. And I have a teaspoon of cornstarch, which I'm going to be using to make the sauce super thick and glossy. So I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of water, stir until fully dissolved into the water, just like this. Back to my pot. I'm going to check the seasoning. Oh yeah, so good. Add in a touch of salt, just a touch. Throw in my capsicum. At this point, you need your capsicum to be crunchy, so don't overcook. And it's going to take around a minute to cook. And after a minute, you're going to add in your cornstarch into the pot, stir in, and immediately everything is going to turn out thick, glossy, looking so yummy. And then finally, check the seasoning, add in some more salt if need be, garnish with coriander, and you'll be ready to serve. Beef stew ready, and my rice also is ready, so I'm going to check how it has turned out. I'm going to remove my green beans. Place aside, and using a fork, you're going to fluff up your rice. I love the outcome. It's really amazing how you can cook food and be proud of yourself because everything has turned out so delicious. This is me right now. Let me tell you, the beef stew is tender. We have a crunch from the veggies. It's perfectly seasoned. We have the nice spices. You can cut that nice. Amazing taste. The rice is perfectly cooked. Green beans are perfect to add in that fiber. Let me try out the green beans. Yeah, everything is just 100% perfect. Try out the recipe. Bye-bye.